Hey there, what's up guys, this is Crypto Mac and we are watching Crypto with Crypto Mac. Hope you guys are doing great today. Before going to this video, please like this video and also subscribe to this channel in order to support this channel. So today we are going to see about an amazing project and that is mainly dealing with a derivative exchange, that is decentralized derivative exchange. We know we have lots of centralized derivative exchanges, but in future because of the regulations and because of the government regulations, these centralized derivative exchange will be regulated, or some of them will be get closed, like BitMEX that has been chased by the government. That is one of the big derivative exchange, and because of these regulations, because of these these restrictions from government, the decentralized derivative exchange, there will be much more need for decentralized derivative exchanges. So the decentralized derivative exchanges will have great need in the near future, and this project is mainly dealing with the decentralized derivative exchange with cross-chain capability and lots of other things. So we are going to discuss about that project in this video, and before going to this video, we will be discussing about the Bitcoin price because Bitcoin has broken an important level that we have discussed in the previous video. It broken that level, so whether we are going to have a big correction, or we are still in a bull trend, or we have changed the trend to bearish. So we are going to discuss about that in the Bitcoin technical analysis, and also we are going to do market analysis. So stay tuned and let's dive into this video. First of all, we can do market analysis in CoinGecko. If we see the top 10 coins past 24 hours performance, we have Bitcoin minus 4.8% down, Ethereum minus 6.9% down, XRP minus 8.6% down, Litecoin minus 7.9% down, Bitcoin Cash minus 6.2% down, we have Chainlink minus 8.2% down, we have Polkadot minus 4.4% down, we have Cardano minus 10.4% down, and finally Binance Coin minus 5.2% down. So if we see the top 10 coins, it's overall bearish, and you can see most of the coins are bearish. And let's see the past 24 hours gainers. If we see gainers, we have Theta Network 3.6% up. Actually, we don't have any gainers, so that's a major thing. So we have no gainers, and we have if we see the losers in past 24 hours, we have Ampleforth minus 27.5% down, Waves minus 15.2% down, Horizon minus 13.9% down, we have Synthetics Network Token minus 13.4% down, Band Protocol minus 13.5% down, Status minus 13.3% down. And if you see overall, we have lots of losers of which is those coins having below minus 20%. These are the losers, because altcoins are dropping way more than Bitcoin, since Bitcoin dominance is little bit it's holding sideways. So Bitcoin dominance is not dropping. Because of that, if Bitcoin drops a little bit, altcoins will drop heavily. So that's the major thing. So same in terms of bullish scenario also. If Bitcoin dominance is staying strong, what will happen is Bitcoin will pump a lot and altcoins will pump a little bit slow. But in terms of downtrend, if Bitcoin dominance is staying sideways or staying up, it's in green, what will happen is if Bitcoin drops a little bit, altcoins will drop more. So that's how it happened. And now let's see the Bitcoin technical analysis, and we have been discussing about this particular level in the previous video, and we have been discussing about this triangle, and finally we broke downwards. That's the major thing. So we broke downwards, and we have the retesting. You can see over here, we broke, then we retest this trend line. Actually, not the trend line, we retest this particular triangle, and then we dropped significantly. So this is how the actual triangle pattern looks, and this is how it breaks. And we have found some support from this trend line. That is the major thing. So according to this triangle pattern, our target is around $17,000, because this is the thing we have took from this triangle, and the target. And if you are placing over here near the breaking point, it would bring the target up to $17,000. But the major thing is, if we are coming to that target, what will happen? Whether we are going to change the trend of Bitcoin, because this is the major trend line that is following starting from $11,500. So this is the huge upward trend you can see over here. and if we are breaking from this trend line and we are coming to this level, that is $17,000, that would be an one of the trend change. And one more thing has to happen now to confirm the trend change, that is it has to break this particular support level also. So if you are breaking from this trend line and if you are breaking from this particular support level, then it would be a huge correction that would bring the price to $14,000. So we have been discussing about this. If we have a huge correction, the price target would be $14,000 to $13,800, because that is a reasonable area. And one more thing is happening, that is 21-week moving average. So we have discussed in the previous video that 21-week moving average is coming near to $13,000. And if we have a correction in coming weeks, maybe if we have like 25 to 30% drop. So if we take from all-time high, if we take this drop, it would bring actually 30%. So in a bull market, 30% drop is usually it will, in normal time, in bull cycle it usually happens. That is usually it will have 30 to 25% drop, sometimes 40% drop also. But it would be reasonable, because 30% drop would bring to $13,800, where if we go to weekly, where we can able to see this particular 21-week moving average, because 21-week moving average is very much important in terms of acting as a support in bull market, and we are now at $13,100. So in coming weeks, and if we have correction in coming weeks, we can maybe it would take 1 to 2 weeks. At that time, this particular 21-week moving average would be at this level, that is around $14,000. So $14,000, sometimes we will be getting some support from this level. That is important zone, important region. Let's see how it goes. Now Bitcoin is still bullish until it breaks this level. That's the major thing. In terms of daily also we can see. So this you can see over here, this is a particular important level. Until it breaks this particular trend line and until it breaks this particular support, Bitcoin still remaining bullish. So that's all for Bitcoin technical analysis. Now let's see about Ethereum. In terms of Ethereum is quite staying in this particular ascending triangle. We have been discussing about in the previous videos, this particular ascending triangle. Now you can see it got a nice jump from this level. So after touching this level, it got a nice jump. That's a major thing. We have been discussing about this particular ascending triangle in the previous video, and this is what actually we are expecting. And after this, sometimes it can move up and it can go break this level. But in case if Bitcoin is breaking downwards, if it is having a huge correction, which means if Bitcoin is not jumping from, now Bitcoin is actually near to this trend line, right? Near to this trend line. If the Bitcoin is jumping from this level and if it is moving higher and higher, which means if we don't have any correction now, and if we are jumping from this level again, we are moving up and we are making different highs, at that time Ethereum also can do the same thing. It will jump from this level and then we would be having movement towards upward, and it would break this ascending triangle. And it can move further to $800. So everything depends upon the movement of Bitcoin. That is the most important thing. So if you are in terms of Bitcoin, if you are jumping from that particular trend line, we are also, in terms of Ethereum, we are also jumping from this particular trend line, and we are going to break this particular ascending triangle upwards. So these are the main reasons, these are the main comparison about the chart that can happen in the upcoming weeks. So this is for Bitcoin and Ethereum. The technical analysis major thing is this. And in terms of breaking downwards Ethereum, we have the major support at $440 we have been discussing about. So $440 would be an important crucial zone of support, and that has to be considered for Ethereum. So that's all for both Bitcoin and Ethereum technical analysis. Now we are going to see about that particular project which is focusing on decentralized derivative exchange. So that project is called Injective Protocol. So Injective Protocol is one of the important project and one of the amazing project which is solving lots of things in terms of providing decentralized derivative exchange. So, and one of the important thing is about the token supply. It has a minimum token supply. We can see only 13.5 million tokens are in the circulating supply, and the maximum supply is just 100 million. So we have less number of token supply, which would and now at that if you are seeing, by having this particular token supply and having this price, it's way low, and because of that we are ranked 257, which means it's still a micro cap coin. We have lots of way to grow. That's a major thing. It's a micro cap. Because of micro cap, we can expect large price appreciation in the coming bull cycle, and if this particular protocol is performing well, if this particular project is approaching well in the upcoming days. And now they have lots of updates. They have launched the testnet, the major testnet of particular decentralized exchange. In terms of price, it is started from November. It was around $0.6, that is $0.6. Then it went to up to 1.63, then it dropped to $1. Now we are at $2, which means 2x. That is from $1, now it is $2. That's a major thing and a very much important project. You have to see the supply. Actually, we have only less supply, circulating supply, because the circulating supply into the price will give the market cap. So if we see the market cap, it's still low. If we can see over here, it's a still low market cap coin. That's a major thing. Just it is having 27 million. It's a small cap, and the project is a huge project, so it's an early stage to invest in this type of projects. And let's see what the Injective protocol is doing. So Injective protocol, it's a fast, secure and fully decentralized trading. That's a major thing. It's a fast, secure and fully decentralized trading. We have decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, that is mainly for spot trading, right? We don't have any derivative tradings in terms of Uniswap and other cross-chain. One more thing is Uniswap is Ethereum based. That's a major thing. It's not interoperable. And in case of the interoperable decentralized exchanges like that is going to launch soon, that is like Polkastarter and Polkaswap, that is mainly building on Polkadot ecosystem, that is interoperable, but it is also a spot trading decentralized exchange. But in terms of Injective protocol, it is an layer 2 decentralized exchanges, and it is actually exchanges that is having both decentralized derivatives also. That's a major thing. So futures, everything is coming on Injective protocol. So fast, secure and fully decentralized trading, Injective is the first layer 2 decentralized exchange that unlocks the full potential of decentralized derivatives and borderless DeFi. So it's the first layer 2 DEX decentralized exchange, and you can see over here, this is the Solstice testnet early access. The testnet has been launched. If you see over here, trade on Injective, you will have a look on this. You need some early access. Golden ticket not to access that, but you can just have a look on this. This is how it works. Injective USDT, Bitcoin USDT. Since Polkadot is there, it's an interoperable one. Gold USDT, because gold is converted into synthetic token that we have, like in terms of synthetics networks also it's having, because we can convert any of the commodities into a token. That is how it comes. So it's a synthetics, which is a trading of gold and USDT, that is $18,870. So this is how it will be having different markets, different perpetual markets also. It's a contract, it's a derivative exchange. You can see over here, Injective is the first front-running resistant layer 2 exchange protocol that unlocks the full potential of borderless finance by supporting margin trading, derivatives and futures. Its major thing is margin trading, derivatives and futures. That's a major thing, and that's an important thing in terms of decentralized exchange, this decentralized exchange. So and you can see it's our family, it's Binance supported, Pantera Capital, Hash, lots of big capitals are there who is supporting this particular project, and you can see it's backed by Binance also. That's an important thing for this particular project. And let's see what are the features they have. Limitless trading on the first fully decentralized exchange, and it is fully decentralized. The Injective chain is fully decentralized sidechain relayer network, which serves as a layer 2 derivatives platform. And this is a layer 2 derivative platform. That's a major thing, because layer 1 we have lots of, we have seen in Ethereum, we have lots of gas fees. For Uniswap, we have to spend more gas fees and lots of congestion in layer 1, but it is a layer 2 solution that is having high speed and also less gas fees. That is here mentioned, that is zero gas fees. We can see that now actually. So it's a layer 2 derivative platform, trade execution coordinator, TEC and decentralized order book. The core consensus is Tendermint based. So Tendermint, that is the core consensus is proof of stake based. That is a Tendermint based, and it has lots of things. It is also connected to Polkadot, and we can see the architecture now. In terms of it is features, we have the layer 2 speed, the injective chain. It is built on injective chain. Injective chain provides a two-way Ethereum peg zone for Ether and ERC20 tokens to be transferred to injective chain, as well as EVM compatible execution environment for DeFi application. So it is a two-way, and you can see it is transferred to injective chain as well as the EVM compatible, that is Ethereum virtual machine compatible execution environment for DeFi application. The peg zones is based off PEGI, and the EVM execution is based off Ethermint. So it is also connected to Ethereum, and it is also connected to Polkadot. Actually, it is also connected to Polkadot by having one more project. We can see that one. Order book model. Injective's order book is a fully decentralized 0x based order book enabling sidechain order relay with on-chain settlement. A decentralized implementation of the traditionally centralized off-chain order relay used nearly all the central limit order book decentralized exchanges. This is about the order book model. Unlimited market. Market creation is entirely open and permissionless. This enables anyone to create market using the price feed and deploy it to the large injective ecosystem. And next is the most important thing about the decentralized exchanges, and most drawback in terms of Uniswap is gas fees. We have tremendous gas fees for using the Uniswap. That is a major problem regarding the Uniswap. And here we have zero gas fees, that is given the unique layer 2 structure. Since we are building on layer 2 structure, Injective is able to avoid both network congestion and associated gas fees, high gas fees. That's a major thing. And if we have Ethereum that is on layer 1, we have, because of that, we are paying lots of gas fees. And why we have lots of gas fees is because of the congestion. Because of congestion in the network. Since this particular injective protocol is building on unique layer, that is a layer 2 structure, layer 2 chain, Injective they are able to avoid the network congestions, because there won't be much traffic in layer 2 and the associated high gas fees. This zero gas fee structure can enable anyone to trade freely without having to worry about high gas fees or network latencies. So that's a major thing, and it's a very much needed thing for the decentralized exchange. The major concern of decentralized exchanges are the gas fees. So here we have zero gas fees. That's a major advantage, and other features like trailblazing the new dawn of decentralized finance. Injective protocol provides traders unparalleled access to new decentralized derivatives markets without any restriction. Trade on anything. Injective gives you freedom to create and trade on any derivatives markets you choosing. Earn cross-chain yield on Ethereum, Cosmos, and other decentralized networks. So this is how it is cross-chain, because earn cross-chain yield on Ethereum, it's built on Cosmos and other decentralized networks. Community won't participate in governance and shape the future of Injective protocol. And if you see the ecosystem, Injective protocol, fully decentralized layer 2 protocol, a robust, highly parameterizable DeFi protocol supporting a diverse array of derivatives, including CFDs, perpetual swaps, and more. So they have CFDs, perpetual swaps, and more is coming on. So the core features we have, it is built on Injective chain. So the infrastructure powering the next generation DeFi applications, and layer 2 Cosmos zone that hosts the first trustless and fully decentralized exchange protocol. Actually, it is built on Cosmos SDK, and we have built the first fully decentralized order book, trade execution coordinator, and other matcher and other execution environment. Injective futures protocol unlocking a new permissionless era for financial access, and a fully decentralized peer-to-peer futures protocol supporting the decentralized perpetual swaps and contracts for difference, that is CFDs out there, and will enable anyone to create and trade on arbitrary derivative markets with just a price feed. So that is a major thing. And here in Injective exchange, about the exchange, pioneering a new model of exchange as a public utility, a complete open source exchange infrastructure that intermediates the current decentralized exchange model. This Injective eliminates the technical barriers of entry for anyone to trade high performance exchange. And it's about the Injective governance. Governance will be using this Injective token. Anyone can join as a stakeholder for our project and have real say in the making decision in our protocol. That's a major thing. What problem does Injective solve? That's a major thing. So Injective brings power back to people by enabling truly free and decentralized trading for everyone. Many DEXs today claim to be decentralized but are actually decentralized in most aspects besides custody. From restricting access to certain certain user demographics, that is because in terms of centralized exchanges, some users will be restricted. Some countries' users will be restricted, but in decentralized, no one is restricted. Retaining proprietary control over exchange infrastructure. Every central limit order book DEX that we have seen has centralized component that allows traders to be subject to the will of an omnipotent authority. This is the fundamental problem that Injective solves. So the common rationale against a fully decentralized is the efficiency and the user experience are sacrificed. We at Injective rejects this notion and have committed ourselves to turning the vision of the highly performant, permissionless, and fully decentralized exchange protocol into reality. So this is how it works, and it's a fully decentralized one. We can see the architecture and how it is built. And if you see over here, Injective chain, it is actually built on Injective chain. This is the major architecture diagram, and you can see it is built on Cosmos SDK as a separate network which is on Injective chain. We know Cosmos is an interoperable blockchain where we can create a different set of chains, and that can be connected to Ethereum's and Polkadot. It's like an interoperable one. Cosmos, like Polkadot, we have Cosmos. There's Cosmos as an blockchain that is having an interoperability feature. It's an interoperable blockchain. We will be seeing about the Cosmos in upcoming videos, but this is how the one of the important blockchain which is solving the interoperability issue similar to Polkadot. So Polkadot is having different architecture, and they are having different architecture to achieve the interoperability. Cosmos is having different architecture to achieve the interoperability. That's a major thing, and lots of projects are also building on Cosmos. That has to be considered. And if we see over here, it is Cosmos SDK. It is built on, actually the Injective protocol is built on Injective chain. That Injective chain is Cosmos in the Cosmos domain actually. So it is built on Cosmos SDK, and through we have a bridge. We are connected to Ethereum domain. So Injective bridge contracts, we are connected to Ethereum domain, and also from Ethereum domain next we have Cosmos, and then we are be connected to service domain and client domain. And it is not only having connection with only that is Cosmos and Ethereum, we are also having connection with Polkadot also. So that's a major thing. We are having the connection with Polkadot by connecting through Moonbeam. So Injective integrates with Polkadot to expand its derivative decentralized cross-chain derivative trading. So they are now cross-chain, that is it's already built on Cosmos SDK, and it is connected to Ethereum also. It is connected to Ethereum bridge, which is interoperable. Now they are connected to Polkadot also, and how they are connected is they are connected to Polkadot through Moonbeam. So regarding Moonbeam is an important project which is that are providing and main Ethereum smart contract tools that in order to connect to Polkadot ecosystem. You can see over here, we are excited to announce that we are integrating with Polkadot to expand Injective's decentralized cross-chain trading capabilities. This integration will be made possible by Moonbeam. So they are connecting through Moonbeam, which Moonbeam provides an Ethereum-compatible smart contract platform powered by Polkadot that makes it easy to build a natively interoperable application. So that is the thing Moonbeam is focusing on. Actually, Moonbeam is providing Ethereum compatible smart contract which is powered by Polkadot. So it is powered by Polkadot, but Moonbeam is building Ethereum compatible smart contract which will make easy to build natively interoperable application. So in order to interoperate with Polkadot, through Moonbeam, in order for the Ethereum projects to interoperate with Polkadot, Moonbeam is one of the easiest way to build different and interoperable applications. So you can see as a future parachain on Polkadot that supports EVM, Moonbeam allows us to migrate on Ethereum pegging logic to Polkadot very easily. So from Ethereum pegging logic to Polkadot, in order to transfer very easily, Moonbeam is helping. For us, this means we are able to build a set of smart contracts on Moonbeam that would contain the logic to bring Injective decentralized derivatives to Polkadot. So how it works is how it is migrating is the Injective protocol will be creating some smart contracts. We'll be building some smart contracts on Moonbeam that would contain a logic that will bring the Injective decentralized exchange derivative to Polkadot. So this is a very much easier way to coming to Polkadot ecosystem. That's a major thing. As Ethereum and Polkadot are of two gains in the layer 1 space today, the opportunities for our cross-chain derivative decentralized exchange are truly limitless. So Moonbeam is one of the parachains of on Polkadot that offer full Ethereum compatibility that will allow Solidity developers to deploy unmodified Ethereum bridge Ethereum smart contracts on Polkadot network. So now if you see the injective protocol, it is connected to Polkadot through Moonbeam, and so it has cross-chain derivative, cross-chain capable, and it is built on Cosmos SDK. That is one of the important advantages, and I think it's, you can see over here. You can see that EVM it is built on injective chain. The injective chain supports generalized smart contract execution through a modular implementation of EVM on top of Cosmos SDK. So it is also built on, if you can see over here, it is built on Cosmos SDK that has interoperable with Ethereum also. We know Cosmos is an interoperable blockchain. So through that we have lots of things. So we have Polkadot, we have Cosmos, and we have Ethereum. We are connecting. We are actually connecting in different. We are connecting two different blockchains to have different cross-chain capabilities. Because of that, we can see lots of DOT project is there, lots of other ecosystem projects also coming into this particular protocol, that is injective protocol. So this would be a huge project, and in order to know about the Moonbeam, we have discussed about the Moonbeam. So if you want to know more about Moonbeam, what it is solving in terms of Polkadot, because Moonbeam is one of the amazing project, because in order for the Ethereum projects, in order for the Ethereum some of the Ethereum projects to connect directly to Polkadot, or in order to create some smart contracts on Polkadot, Moonbeam would be very much helpful. So if you want to know more about Moonbeam, what is Moonbeam and what are they solving, actually you can have a look on this particular video, that is Polka Project 5 part 5. We have discussed about smart contract platform, that in that particular niche we have discussed the Moonbeam, and the token is not yet released. So it's one of the amazing project, and it is providing tools for Ethereum compatible in order to create different smart contracts on Polkadot. That's a major thing. You can see it is helping. It is mainly helping. It's providing an Ethereum compatible smart contract platform. So it's providing an Ethereum compatible smart contract platform, which would be easier for the other projects to connect to Polkadot. So if you want to know about that, you can have a look on that particular video. That is Polka Project 5 smart contract niche. So we have discussed a lot about Moonbeam. So that is a major thing, and injective protocol is an important project in terms of decentralized derivative exchanges. In future, it would be a huge need for decentralized. There would be a huge need for decentralized derivative exchanges, because lots of centralized derivative exchanges are get chased by the government. And derivative markets are one of the biggest markets. You can see over here top derivative exchanges by open interest and trade volume. Binance is there. Centralized OKX futures is there, centralized CoinTiger, everything. Bybit, BitMEX, this is the one that is already chased by the government. Lots of derivative features are there, but everything is centralized except this one, that is DY by DX. But that is building on only Ethereum. DY by DX, where is that one? Let's see. Only one decentralized exchange is also there. I think two. MCDEX, this is one of the decentralized derivative exchange. And another one is DYDX perpetual decentralized, but it is building on Ethereum. But in terms of injective, it is cross-chain capable. That's a major advantage. It's actually it is an cross-chain capability. We have Polkadot, we have Cosmos, and we have Ethereum in Ethereum compatible in injective protocol. And if you see the volume, you can see perpetuals 24 hours volume. You can see over here billion dollars, and futures 24 hours volume we have $9.5 billion. So this is actually the volume that is trading on futures, that is trading on derivative. So derivative market is a very huge market. So we can't neglect in future about the derivative markets compared to spot market. Derivatives one of the important market having large trading volumes. So this is an important project in coming years, because most of the centralized derivative exchange will have some problem with the government, and will have some chased by some of them has already chased by the government. You have seen BitMEX. So it would be a great need in the future. And regarding the token, it is an amazing tokenomics. We having very less circulating supply, and the total supply is just 100 million. So this can, I think $2, and this rank 257 is way much low. I think injective protocol would be in future, it would be in top 100, because one of the amazing project. I think it could be in top 100, and this is so if you consider it is now at a smaller market cap, it have larger space to grow. That's all for this video. We have discussed about this injective protocol. It's one of the important project. Hope you would like this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button and also subscribe this channel to support this channel. I'll see you guys in another video of Crypto with CryptoMac. Until then, signing off, CryptoMac. See you guys.